Ryan Garcia gave everyone a reason to think he was insane or maybe high when he defeated Devin Haney last Saturday, April 20, at the Brooklyn Barclays Center. It was Haney's first ever loss. After the fight, Garcia even teased the accusations, stating, "Come on guys, you really thought I was crazy. You completely lost it.
Come on guys, you really thought I was crazy?"
At that point, all the odds were against Garcia, and if you had placed your bet on Haney, you would have been doing sensibly because Haney had been training for this fight and had won every weight class by a majority decision. Garcia was declared the winner on 2 of the 3 judges' scorecards, 115 to 109 and 114 to 110, while Haney and Garcia were declared drawn at 112 to 112 by the 3rd and final judge. Now, Garcia would have won unanimously if not for the penalty that followed his punch during the break, but Garcia still prevails and Haney loses. Due to his inability to reach the weight standards, Ryan is unable to challenge Devin for the title of WBC Super Lightweight Champion. This brings up an interesting point of discussion before to the fight: Garcia's weigh-in weight. He didn't make the weight cut, so that chance to be crowned world champion was lost. While going over the weight limit is not unheard of in these situations, it is extremely rare. Anticipating this, Garcia bet Haney $500,000 for each pound over the 140-pound limit at the weigh-in. Unfortunately, Garcia ended up being 3.2 pounds overweight, putting him in debt of $5 million. This puts a rematch in jeopardy unless Haney is prepared to go up to 147 pounds. Garcia declared at the post-fight press conference that he could not and would not attempt to compete in a weight class smaller than 143 pounds. It is physically impossible to make a weight that low, he claimed. In order to face Garcia in a rematch, Haney would need to give up his 140-pound belt and go up to 147 pounds.
Because I'm moving up. I'm not doing 140. I'm going 147. I can't make fucking 140. I never even technically fought at 140. I fought every time at 142. My body can't literally go lower than 143. It's impossible.
And none refrained from talking badly before or during the altercation between Haney and Garcia, particularly Devin and his father Bill Haney. They addressed the fans on social media on Sunday, following some conjecture on the severity of Devin's wounds sustained during the battle, including claims of a fractured jaw. Haney's jaw appeared to have suffered severe swelling on the left side as a result of Garcia's painful blows. Haney claimed on social media that he had not broken any bones, but supporters are adamant that the actual reason he is taking a vacation is that he shattered his jaw. They think the damage to his jaw is far worse than he is letting them know. In addition, he made light of Garcia's weight loss. Bill made the decision to share his opinions and go over the fighter's future plans as well as the outcomes of the previous night's live video broadcast on Instagram.
Good morning. Assalamu alaikum. Alhamdulillah. We outside when we winning, and we outside in defeat.
He went on to say that he and his son were aware of Ryan's pre-show shenanigans and that his weight loss was all staged. Devin wants a rematch for the show, according to his Twitter, but for the time being, it appears that Haney will return to the West Coast to recuperate both physically and psychologically after his defeat to Garcia. Devin is stepping away. Until he returns, we're going to keep working, and we'll definitely be making an announcement. On social media, Bill Haney made an announcement regarding his son Devin. If the rumors about Haney's broken jaw are accurate, he will need to take some time off to heal completely before returning to the ring. If you missed the show or any of the clips that followed, it got pretty brutal as Haney took a terrible beating from Garcia in the fight. He was fortunate to escape being knocked out though. I told Ryan that if you had been 100%, you could have easily knocked him out in the first round. Stated today, promoter Oscar de la Hoya spoke with the mainstream media about Garcia's fight with Haney. Haney, who is only 25 years old, still has plenty of time to recover, but this defeat hurt his spotless record. Devin Haney's father, in an interview following a weigh-in, Bill expressed his desire for a rematch between Devin and Ryan Garcia in order to exact revenge on the latter for his defeat. He also touched on Garcia's weight loss, saying that it would be expensive for him because Devin would put a strain on him. This was in reference to the wager that the fighters had made on Garcia's weight. Haney is still demanding a rematch, saying we definitely want one. Garcia, on the other hand, expressed no interest in fighting Haney again in his next fight, stating he would prefer to take on other fighters soon, including his previous opponent, Devin, who defeated Garcia the year before. Because Ryan was overweight and unable to meet the weight requirements, Devin was able to retain his title as the WBC champion. We were going to force the fight. He had a well-thought-out strategy for both inside and outside the ring. He cannot be deprived of that. Bill said on an Instagram Live, I am still going to be representing him with the same passion, definitely want a rematch. Devin is still the WBC champion. He couldn't lose the belt because Ryan was overweight. He didn't make the skill, but we wanted to make the fight happen. He had a good game plan. You know what I mean, both inside and outside the ring. You can't take that away from me, and I'm still going to be representing him and behind him with the same passion energy. Now following his loss, the younger Haney made a statement on his Instagram saying, first off, I want to say Allah is the perfect planner and I trust his plan no matter what I came up short. But this is boxing, and if anyone knows me, they know that I am a true competitor and always wanted to test my skills against the best fighters in the world. Ryan, despite the circumstances, was victorious that night, and that's fine. I do feel like weight played a role in it, but only all knows I would love to run it back and give the fans a fair fight with an agreed weight limit. With that being said, I am currently enjoying time with my family and friends, as well as making up my days of Ramadan. After I finish making up my lost Ramadan days, I would like to thank all of my fans and everyone involved in making this event possible. I'll let you know what happens next. Thank you to everyone who has been in touch. I am so full of love. Inshallah, I'll come back better than ever. He was talking about Garcia's weight and how it affected his fight last week once more, and he was hoping for a fair rematch with Garcia at the designated weight. Although the likelihood of a rematch is unknown, if they were to square off one more, who do you think would prevail? Eddie Hearn, promoter, voiced his thoughts. Garcia's masked before the bout. When questioned about missing it, Ryan stated it was disappointing in an interview with Fight Hub TV. That's just the way things are. Devin is keeping the title alive. It doesn't seem to have much of an impact. It may provide you with further information regarding Ryan's preparation. He is going to pose a threat. Ryan will be punching hard in there tomorrow night. It's a dangerous fight. Weight doesn't matter in that regard. When asked why Garcia missed weight, Hearn replied that he couldn't make it. They're both going to rehydrate to a significant extent, which Devin does anyhow. Hearn affirmed that the match would not be called off. Garcia didn't weigh in, but yet an agreement was reached. They are prepared to battle in this instance. There would be an agreement, and that would be that. He's going to weigh more. Given his arsenal of weapons, he poses a serious threat in this battle. Considering how obviously he's not quite himself, he might be even more deadly. Referring to Ryan's previous insane actions, which gave supporters and others the impression that he wasn't mentally well after the fight. Even if it were to happen at a heavier weight, Hearn thought Devin Haney would be open to a rematch with Ryan Garcia. Devin's hopes for a rematch may be dashed, though, as Garcia says at a news conference held following the bout that he would be stepping up to welterweight. Hearn, who co-sponsored Haney for this fight, is most definitely not holding out hope for a rematch at 140. He says in an interview, "Listen, I'm sure Devin would be up for that if the rematch is at 147. The rematch, in my opinion, is epic. Together, those two guys put up strong stats, and they are both at the top of their game." Ryan has a wide range of choices. He was already well known before that bout, and his reputation has only grown since then. Listen, I have no doubt Devin would be willing to rematch at 147. I think the rematch is really important. Those men really put in some impressive numbers together. They are two males in their prime, as I mentioned earlier. Ryan has a wide range of choices. He was already well known before the bout, and his stardom has only grown as he prepares for a rematch. Due to his loss, Devin is expected to lose his WBC-style welterweight title. However, if the World Boxing Council approves and he retains the strap, he will defend it against his mandatory opponent, Sandor Martin. If Devin advances to 147 and Garcia accepts a rematch, he will then have to contend for his new title. So subscribe to find out who you support and whether a rematch is announced. Tell us in the comments below.